Man, I'm gonna be mad if I go and look for patch notes and there isn't any. Man, I just got done with the fucking Zoom meeting class. Actually, that was an hour ago. What the hell? Let me just see if we have actual patch notes, okay? Because I see on Twitter from Oatmeal Dome something that looks like patch notes saying a Salmon Run thing about the Grizzco dualies will be added. Let's see here. Let's see if we have notes. Oh, we do. And it's coming out August 30th. Okay, okay, here we go. Drizzle season, a new catalog. So they are adding gear, but we'll see how much it is. How much gear? Two new main weapons, eight existing main weapons, blah 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 blah. Yeah, yeah. Wait, 12 new cards. 8, 10. Where are the two more? Just gear. Supported gear from the equip section. Why button to adjust it? Three new songs that play during battle. Okay, that's good. I like seeing three. I was concerned it was gonna be two. Two new main weapons. Dreadwinger also fires two bursts of ink with each swing. By changing direction, the swing you can fire ink in two directions. Something that can fire at high speed. Longer charge time, but when fully charged, it fires faster than other Splatlings. New weapons have been added: Gold Dynamo, Brush Nouveau, Custom Goo, Sloshing Neo, Blob Deco, Dread Ringer, Ballpoint Nouveau, Heavy Edit, Sorella, Inkline Stringer. Okay, that's what it's called. Inkline Stringer. Okay. Ooh. Brella buffs. Yo, we got undercover. Reduce the recovery time for Brella as a result of being launched or broken from 6.5 to 5.5 seconds. Oh my god. That's a full second. Yo, that's huge. Okay, undercover. Reduce the recovery time 4.5 to 4. Recovery time from broken. Oh, wait. So the umbrella recovers faster. Okay. uh, I mean, this thing still has a weak ass shield, but I'm glad we're fixing Brella. Reflux is here too. Oh, damn. Narrowed the spread. Oh my god. 30%. Oh my god. Fired charging. Wait. Fired while charging one level by 29%. Oh my god. This thing might be good. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be up there, but yeah. Well, if there is no target, it can lock onto into the area of effect. Now lock onto the target unless. Okay, cool. Added a display indicator and sound effect to clarify the lock on target when the lasers are fired. That's interesting. So like quality of life changes here. The first bullet is nice. Zip. To attach closer to the ground than before. Okay, that's good because zip is a really weird special. Increased damage dealt by the explosion from colliding with the ground. Oh, the radius of that explosion has been increased by 50%. Oh shit. This thing is getting well, not mega but oh damn. Setting the cooldown time. Oh, this is a zap cooler nerf. Oh, this is totally because of zap. Yeah. Tenacity? Okay, who uses this? Increase this speed at which special gauge fills while the conditions are met. But like when you're just gonna disconnect anyways. You're just the match ends. LDE reduce the minimum amount of effect. Oh, 2.4 to 1.8. Oof, oof. That kind of hits hard. Secondary ability is equivalent of zero point 0.3 of primary abilities. Okay. InZap is 190. Okay, wow, they looked at Zap real good. Wait, 85. Isn't that the one with chumps? And then 210 for this thing. Damn. Oh, oh. When X power, challenge power, anarchy power, or Splatfest power calculations. Wait, anarchy power. They don't tell you that. Calculations are complete. If the results exceed the maximum value for the indicated calculated value, a small amount of the excess value will be added to the calculated results. What does this mean? I hope this helps um, with ranking up because that's the biggest issue with the rank system is that it doesn't boost you up like when you're doing well. So, um, yeah. Minutes that in challenges where rankings sometimes are sometimes announced, such as a monthly challenge or new season challenge, battles will not end as a no contest when a player DCs immediately after the start of a battle when your team is comprised. Wait, what? This challenge is to prevent wasting challenge time with no contest battles due to the other team disc. Why did they remove that here? But what? This is not what it needs. But okay. That that is dumb. That is a really dumb change. Like I'm sure people are gonna be like, do this for the other modes, please. But all right, Grisco dualies made it so that different Grisco weapons appear even with the same shift. When a green, okay, is shown on the weapon, added items that can be exchanged for fish scales. Fuck, there's already too many. Made it possible to select different stages even during the same time period with Splatfest Battle Open and Pro. What? Huh? I am confused what that means. Yeah, there's a new song that plays. That's the Big Betrayal. Minutes of the song plays in the lobby will change a certain amount of time after the Splatfest ends. Will change a certain amount of time after the Splatfest ends. What? That song will play in the Splatsville and Inkopolis common areas as well as the lobby from the end of Splatfest until the results are announced. Oh, that's cool. That's done. That's a nice quality of life change. Added badges you get based off 10 times battles to participate win during Splatfest. That's a good change. Made it possible to sort cards by rarity. Really? Changed the default sorting for edit deck and test placement to sort by spaces. Thank you. Nice. Change it to lobby. You receive a notification when a friend uploads a replay. Yes. Download replay. Yeah. Oh, only be sent to friends, so not pools. But it's that friends and players in the same pool will be notified when you get a rare prize from the Shell Out Machine. Shell Out Machine when in a private room as long as you have not divided into teams. Interesting. Why just that? Made it so that one player begins matchmaking and members have gathered, but there is a calm error. Matchmaking is automatically reattempted instead of being suspended as a result of the error. Thank you. Nice change. Added approximately 160 decorations and 140 stickers to Hotlantis. Oh, damn. I mean, I wish they were focusing on gear, but I'll take that. 80 splash tag banners, 400 titles. Yep, tweeted that. To start recon. Yep, that was tweeted. Update focuses on features for Drizzle Season 2023, which out to September. And adjusting the balance of battles. For battles, we've added a new main weapon, powered up some special weapons, and made adjustments for certain weapons and gear abilities. For special weapons, we made adjustments to improve usability, and we've improved the Zipcaster in particular to make it easier to use in close quarters fights while active. Our next update is planned in the middle, primarily to focus on balance adjustments. Okay. You know what's weird? They focus on Zipcaster here after, like, we just had a Zipcaster challenge. Why would they do that? Wouldn't you want to delay it a bit if you knew this was happening? But alright. Fix an issue to climb unclimbable walls in rare cases when performing certain actions after doing a squid wheel off a wall. Interesting. I think I've had something like this occur. Wait, to climb unclimbable walls in rare cases when performing certain actions. Oh, okay. I don't think I've had that happen before. Where a player entered an ink rail while storing trod shot, the light indicating the stored shot sometimes persisted on other players' screens. What? At the location when the player entered the ink rail, fix an issue where repeated fully tried sniper raider shots did not ink the walls as intended. Yo, I've seen that on Twitter on like Manta. Is that a thing? Is that a thing that they're fixing? Fix an issue where player movement from a dually dodge was sometimes halted at the point where the grate meets the ground. Interesting. Fix an issue where umbrellas faced further downward than normal while opened while walking diagonally forward. Fix an issue while defeating an enemy or assisting an ally in defeating an enemy while attempting to open the undercover umbrella. Oh. Is that the thing people talking about umbrellas? Undercover being weak? I don't think so. Push indicator cause ink mine place as you're entering the stage. Huh. Cease displaying for the first ink mine. Players sent a booyah or this way immediately after another player threw a claim a golden egg. The other player did not appear to take the Booyah or display pose on throw a screen. Make changes to lessen the frequency of issues where a player presses ZR to fire a Trizuka shot. Sometimes seem that the Trizuka shot won't be fired if the player quickly presses the button. Press ZR to fire a Trizuka to fire a Trizuka shot. In rare cases, a shot not be fired. Spawn with a special case slightly filled. Splattered Trizuka shot. Interesting. Spawn special case slightly filled. If they were splattered after throwing the third Tri-Strike. Despite having used the entire special. What? Weird. Causes the lock-on curse to be displayed for longer than usual. The player performs a super jump after activating the killer whale. Issue where players aimed at the zip caster down the ground nearby, they wouldn't be able to zip the location despite slight making it viable to target. Yeah, I think something like this happens a lot. Fixed an issue that caused players who activated Inkjet to zip near certain fences, push off the stage when they returned. Yeah. Fixed issue that caused weapon and gear an enemy had equipped to be displayed in unintended locations when they got splattered using a zip caster or a train. The ultra signal, interesting. Here to get raised up another player activated by Booyah bomb nearby, allowing players to pass over higher obstacles than they should normally be able to. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. We're going to keep going with selected winning 10 of the stages did not change. Oh yeah. Alright, multiplayer. This is just general. Okay. That causes ink rain that's sometimes falling for a certain amount of time after the end of a battle. In rare cases, that the ink storm made at the same time battle ended. Fixation clam blitz that caused clams and power clamps to disappear before they hit the floor when dropped from certain height. Fixation brine water unintentionally allowed players to climb certain obstacles for E-tail. Allowed ink to pass through certain walls. Okay. Haven't seen that happen before. Mincemeat. Shots to pass through the terrain. Hammerhead. Set ink mines on certain uninkable floors. Museum. In Tower Control and Rainmaker, possible to ink the floor under certain boxes, creating special gauge and adding points. Ink Blot, Rainmaker. Foes behind certain walls took damage. Okay. I think I know what this is about a little bit. Ooh, Sturgeon. Set ink mines on uninkable floors. Okay, that is huge. Not possible to swim on certain walls even when inked. That's it for Sturgeon? Okay. That's it. Like, I know there is a thing where you can paint to the floor of Sturgeon. That's not addressed at all. Okay. Wahoo, moving around the perimeter of the certain high grounds within swim form. Possible to get on top of areas without places to stand. Okay. Wahoo World. Unable to move when attempting super jump. On top of the orange cones. Brine water. Possible to see players on certain floors through the glass. Cases below the floor? What? Where is that at? Interesting. Manta Maria, possible to get in unintended areas. Oh, is this because of squid rolling? Oh no, did they fix that area? Oh. Oh. Some boxes placed on the stage were not displaying on turf map. Humpback, appearance and walls are not changing when inked. Splatoon 3 has some weird bugs and glitches, even to this day. Like, damn. Clipped in the terrain, roof slider explosion, overlap with a scraper. Yeah. Player defeated a scrapper in a single tap. The scrapper sometimes appeared to other players to move sliding before defeated. What? Flipper flopper rings overlapped with the sea, making them difficult to ink back. Yeah. That's a thing. Fixation in Sockeye Station where malls sometimes got stuck at certain positions and the water would not come out. Sockeye Jammins Label Junction sometimes calls players to clip into terrain pushed by fly fish that appeared from certain positions. What? Gone fish hydro plant. 10 umbrellas, launch spells would disappear. Damn. Stuck on walls during special rush waves. Yeah. Wait, stuck on walls? That's actually a good thing though. Okay. Golden eggs appear in certain positions, getting buried in walls. Okay. Almost done. Game the crash. Titles and certain things. That's interesting. Why would we just getting this fixed now? Fix an issue with a selection of shuffling and selecting title at the same time. Selecting new titles and called different title to be displayed. Fix an issue where a friend dropped in while players were playing regular battle. The screen would select whether to continue, did not indicate the player was waiting to join. What? screen for selecting whether to continue did not indicate that the player was waiting to join. Oh. Fixed an issue where pressing the L button to open menu on a certain time is used. Is he working properly? Interesting. Table Terror battle player sometimes determined to be inactive and seed. What? Okay. Did not change. Oh. Good stuff, but like, man, a lot of this stuff feels overdue. I also feel like they're not really addressing the meta. Like, Brella buffs are nice. This is a good start to Brella buffs, and I think we're going to see more of it as time goes on. I'd like to see Blastrix see buffs. I mean, we already experimented with Luna, and I guess they're like, that's enough. Maybe they'll look at it later. I don't know. I think the Luna buffs were good. These buffs are nice, but I think next patch we'll see a lot more Brella buffs as a whole. Didn't expect to see Reflux, but it is kind of weak still. Killer Whale, nice quality of life stuff. A lot of this is going to make some nice changes to the special. Like this one especially. Onto the target, last in the area of effect. Like that's nice. Zip seems to be much like significantly buffed with this 50%, and they apparently increased the damage somehow. So that'll be good, but it's only with the ground and not with like walls and stuff. So the biggest issue with Zipcaster is its armor doesn't work in an online environment. So maybe this will do something to kind of fix it, but we'll see. I just think Zipcaster is like, I just don't know how to use it in this kind of game where the maps are hallways and stuff. I feel like if the maps had more options, it'd be a bit more of a valuable special. Cooler though, like this is Tacticooler was definitely to counter Zap, but then they also gave Zap special, like more special points, which is what is Zap 85? Is that one the red one? No, that's okay, that's the cooler one. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, that's needed, and I think we might see it go up to 200 at this point, but we'll see. But this was known for spamming inkjets. I don't think it's needed, but like sure. You know, this weapon doesn't really have much of an identity besides inkjet spams. That's probably why they upped it, but yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of because if you remove the inkjet spam, this weapon kind of does nothing. On one hand, you don't want a weapon to be defined by its special. I don't feel like you would at least. Or like spamming that special. So that's why we're seeing Zap get buffed and Nova here in this case getting buffed. But I don't know. It's like this weapon isn't good in the first place. So like at least have it. At least it has a niche. But all right. Yeah. I mean, Pencil got that painting change, which is nice, because that was a big problem on like Manto with slopes. Maybe that seems to be changed. It'll be fixed, but it still needs some buffs. But they seem to be like it's fine. I don't know. Reef Slider needs still need like these special changes are great, but I don't think it's enough to change the meta significantly. Let's put up the game. How about that? And talk a bit about the state of things. Cool. Is it not hooked into the capture card? No, it is. Cool. I need to boot up my, oh, there it is. Why don't I hear it? Oh, I think my default device is wrong. Yeah. There we go. This update goes live on the 30th. So that's tomorrow. Jeez, didn't expect that. How about we talk about the game's state? So in terms of main weapons, what I want to see, rollers can use some changing because they're not really prevalent. They're still good, but could be significantly better. Oh yeah, we never saw dynamo buffs. That's like the most needed thing in my opinion is dynamo buffs. Like really, you just launched Gold Dynamo and didn't change a damn thing about this thing? Alright. Maybe next patch we'll see something. I don't know. But like rollers as a whole, I mean Carbon's pretty good in a good state. You leave Carbon alone, but like the other rollers I haven't really seen much use. This thing can't get in. This thing, it's a decent kit, but Bubbler isn't really needed right now, and there's other weapons with Bubbler. This thing has a shit kit, and this thing is okay, but like the main weapon it's good. I don't know, I just think it's kids holding it back. I think rollers as a whole need a better kit. That might be what's holding them back. Who knows? Especially their OG roller, and then like Flingza, it's a thing, but it's only there for missile spam. Chargers could use some tweaking. Like, yeah, with this game, Chargers do need a lot of changes that haven't happened. You know, reducing the range and stuff, so, yeah. I don't know why we haven't seen Chargers get some rework, or not rework, but some change, nerf or something. I'm thinking nerfs would be best for Chargers in terms of range, but they still need some buffs to counteract that, you know? That's the thing with Chargers. On one hand, they're really powerful with this game, with the maps, but on the other hand, they're just too slow for the game speed right now. That's what's holding them back. Sloshers are fine. I would say leave them alone. What's holding back Sloshers is the class, not the class, but the kits. But Slosher, like, this thing is outclassed by T-Tech, and this thing is seen, or will be, if it's not in the meta, it will be at some point. It's strong. Explo needs a better kit. Blob's getting its new kit, and then I think we'll see some changes with that new kit. And this thing is getting nerfed, so, and we're getting a new one actually. So Slosher players are eating real good. Actually, 2 of these are getting not Explo. Splatlings, we're getting a new Splatling, and overall Splatlings are strong in this game. Dualies, Dualies are pretty good in the game, I feel like. I mean, these things are annoying as fuck. These things need a better kit. Like, once we get Amperes, we're set. I feel like for the comp scene, but I would like to see that Burst Bomb missile come back for Dualies, personally. Maybe not Burst Bomb. Probably gonna put, like, Lime Locker on it or something, but I don't mind. And then having, like, Chumps. I wouldn't mind that. And, like, Lugas, or Glugas, they're doing good compared to S2. Tetras are in a really good spot. And then these Dualies are too. I mean, the main weapon is what's holding it back, though. So, like, maybe some buffs on these weapons could be nice. On the DS and CDS would be really nice to see. But yeah. Brellas, I'm glad we're seeing buffs, but a lot of it, a lot of the buffs for Brellas, is on recovery time, which isn't really needed. Like, I mean, well, it is needed. It's nice. It's a start of a chain that I think is going to occur. It needs a bit more than that. Like, the shield especially needs to be a bit buffed in this game. Recovery time is nice, but they need to do more damage as well. Let me pull up chat, because I totally didn't have live chat open this entire time. So, yeah. There we go. Oops, I think I closed the live control panel. Oh well. Brellas could use buffing, and I think we're going to start seeing that. Blasters also need some changes. Buffing the blasters would be really nice. Like, we saw Luna buffs. Bring it to everyone else. This thing could get a good kit. Same with this. Like, this kit's good. It's fine. But it could be better. Suction Bomb is slow. But Wave is nice. So, maybe this weapon stays because of Wave in the meta. Or, it's not really in the meta. But if it was, I can see people playing it just before Wave Breaker, because it is a valuable thing. Clash is Clash, so who cares? Rapids, like, man, you have a good kit right here, but it's just no one's playing it right now. So like, someone's up with the main weapon of Rapid, I guess, if the kit isn't being used. Especially with Inkjet being in the meta still. They didn't even touch Inkjet, actually. So I guess they're like, Inkjet's fine, which I guess it is. I mean, if it's similar to Crab. It reminds me a lot of Crab Tank, but it managed significantly faster. They didn't ignore it for so long, which is good. Chumps never got changed, so I guess they're looking at Chumps like they're fine, which they are. I just think with Chumps, they are easy to destroy, which I guess is their intention. So maybe that's how they stay. But like this thing needs like Rapids and Blaster as a whole needs some changes. Maybe not this one though. So maybe this is giving me faith in the Blaster class. Just maybe it needs better kits. Who knows? Brushes. Yeah, brushes aren't really seen in this game too often. Unless you're a brush one trick, you're not really playing brush. And it's kind of a shame. I think it just comes down to just brushes want to flank and the game doesn't really support that. But I still think brushes could maybe get some buffing because of the playstyle in this game is a bit different. Maybe we could work with that and buff brushes up a bit. But it's also you have to look at casual play. But I still think that's the case here. You know, it's weird they buff Reflux, but they don't even buff Tri-Stringer in this patch. You think they would introducing a Tri-Stringer kit, but no. Reflux got it. Didn't expect that. I feel like Reflux is already a good weapon. I feel like now it's going to get even better. Maybe it'll be a real weapon after this. I don't think people are going to play it. But yeah. I also think like a new Reflux kit would be coming next season. Because like, hello, they're paying attention to this thing. And then Splatooners are in a really good state. So nothing to change with them. So I think overall, what I want to see in the future of this game, Rollers slightly buffing maybe, or at least giving them better kits. One of the two. Chargers getting some buffs. Chargers are an interesting class though because they're so powerful that it's kind of going to be hard. If you buff them, it could be a problem. They could be too strong and be back in the meta again and be really crazy. But also you got to look at low level of play and the casual scene. And I still think Chargers probably still have a place in that sense. But yeah, I think just speeding them up would be better. And reducing their range across the board would be nice. Maybe not for like Squiffer and for Bamboo though. But yeah, Sloshers, leave them alone. Look at this kit, or look at this weapon with the new kit, and then this one with the second kit, and make some adjustments. Sputlings are fine. I think you can leave them alone. Dualies, I mean, I think they're fine. They're okay, except for maybe DS and CDS could be buffed a little bit. Maybe reducing their RNG would be nice with a shot spread, especially when jumping. But well, no, not really when jumping because they don't do that. But well, they can, but it's tricky. But yeah, like just reducing their spread would help because that's their biggest weakness. But I don't see the devs doing that. They like to do something else first, you know. Brellas, I mean, we're starting to see a good chain of buffs, so hopefully they keep focusing on it. I think next patch they'll really deliver the goods and really buff Brellas. That way next season they can focus on a different class. Blasters, I mean, if you're going to buff a class, Brellas are like the ones you need to change first. Then you can focus on other things. Blasters, another class needs to be focused on pretty majorly. Although if I had to rank them, like, Brella's the one that needs it the most. No questions asked. Every Brella, except for maybe Tent now, is like one of the worst weapons in the game. We're getting a new Brella kit too, which is nice. That's gonna be a big addition and really making Brellas viable. But yeah, I just want to see the other one, all of them be good, and like their kits are good, but the main weapon needs to be better, and at least they're recognizing that, you know. Blasters need some change. Like these things need to be in the meta seriously. Sloshers are good, but like they're not cutting it, mainly because they're either outclassed, nerfed heavily, and this thing's kind of okay in terms of kit. The main weapon's pretty good though. Yeah. Like, I feel like we need a third Slosher kit to really bring these things in the meta. But I think it's these two that they need to focus on. You know, this one's getting a new kit, and then they'll kind of reevaluate from the new kit. This one, whenever it gets a new kit. They might wait until both these get new kits, and then they'll look at them both or something. Well, I can see them doing a one-off thing for Blob. So I still think Blob needs some buffs. So needs some changes. I don't think its new kit's gonna help it. Especially when the S2 kits were pretty good, and these kits are like a step down, it feels like a little bit. Maybe we'll get a third Blob kit. That'd be nice. But yeah. But I think Blob players are happy with this new kit. Rollers. I don't know. Dynamo especially, if you're gonna like, I think next patch they'll focus on Dynamo, they'll focus on umbrellas, and yeah. That's like my predictions of what'll be, like at the minimum, you know? Dynamo and Blaster. Or not Blaster, umbrellas. And then maybe in the next update in, what is it, version 6.0, they'll focus on blasters. What is it, chill season? And then we'll have fresh season, which they'll focus on maybe like another class of weapon, chargers, let's say, and then another class they'll focus on rollers, maybe. I don't know. They'll focus on like a class per patch, maybe. But then we're not looking at. I think Trishinger will get some changes too. I mean, it did last patch, and I don't think it's fine. I think the biggest issue with Stringer is no one plays the thing in our region. I mean, in Japan maybe it's different. So it's kind of hard to be like, is this thing good or not because no one plays it here. But in the Japan scene, I'm sure they have more knowledge on it. But I think it still needs some buffs. And then brushes. Yeah, they need some changes. I mean, Paintbrush is seen as a menace, but it's kind of tamed a bit because its startup lag is very predictable to see that coming. So yeah, it's pretty easy to splat. And I hope they focus on gear. You know, we saw a big blowout. We saw a big blowout of like general store items. You know, stuff you can find here. Splash tag stuff like banners, titles, items, whatever you call these things. Like, we're getting so much more in terms of you know, this stuff. Great. And then we're getting more. Ooh. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I guess it's not in the game files yet. Oh, that's the. Wait, what? Oh, that's the new map then. The new map, well, the S2 map, and then I guess the Grisco dualies. Oh yeah, isn't that a big run? Huh. Oh, that's why it's that way. That's. Oh, they must not have it in the files. Weird, isn't it? Yeah, like we're getting some new splash tag stuff. We're getting new badges, new title. Wait, are we getting badges? I think so for Splatfest. Banners and titles are the big one. I mean, I still need a lot of them though. But I just want them to focus on gear because, man, I've had every single gear except for Salmon Run stuff for like the entirety, like the past 2 updates. I've had everything. Why is it going so slow? Yeah, so like what's the point at this point to like play? And also, why do we have like no shoes? Like, look how many tabs of shoes there are versus clothes and headgear. Headgear is, well, clothes especially. There's a lot of clothes. But like shoes, there's like no shoes in this game. And none of this stuff is good. Like, it's just okay at best. So yeah. I feel like this season they're not adding much to gear. And then like emotes would be nice. We don't get many per season. There's only 3 tabs worth of them, barely. So yeah. Yeah, that's the update. Like, I'm not mad. It's a step in the right direction, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's what we need to do. It's a start of fixing the problems, but it's gonna take a while, I feel like. So we'll see. I think over time the game will be better, be in a much better state, and yeah. I think at this point they're gonna start focusing on adding a mass amount, but not often. So, like, hey, if they add 400 pieces of new gear, I would not mind it at all. Also, that new song is gonna be playable in Inkopolis, isn't it? I just realized that. But yeah. Happy for the new changes. I don't think there actually is any new Salmon Run balance changes. Like, I think the last updates we've had some Salmon Run stuff happen, but not so much now. So yeah, that's Splatoon 3's patch notes. I'm Uh, I wouldn't say I'm like happy, but it's some nice stuff. But I don't. It's not like some of it's needed, but not much of it is. Um, the Brella buffs are probably the big takeaway from this patch. That I look at and be like, that was needed. Like, yeah. Everything else is kind of like, yeah. I'm nice they're buffing some specials. I didn't even look at specials actually. Hang on. Oops. Oh yeah, they nerfed LDE. I just saw Char's VOD on that. But yeah, it made sense. LDE was in the meta of gear abilities, so it's nice to have it nerfed. Like finally. I forgot about LDE, honestly. In terms of specials, let's look at those real quick. Like this thing is good. This thing needs tweaked. Um, but not too much. I feel like it's okay to tune it too much and then in like a mid-season patch tone it back down, like what you've done with Inkjet and Crab. Like it needs that kind of attention. Zip's getting some changes. We'll see how they go. It's getting some small tweaks, but I think the biggest issue with Zip is these weapons, man. Like they're very short-range, flanky weapons. You know, short range, short range, short range. This is okay, but like it's not like a long range thing. This is the longest range Zip caster weapon, which is saying something. It's not really the most backliney weapon. And then there's these things which like to flank a lot. This thing also likes flanks. I don't know what to say about this. And this thing is short range, and I guess flanking. It's more of a shocking weapon, so like Zipcaster with it's interesting. You see the issue here? Like it needs to be on different. I don't feel like they know what wants Zipcaster in this game, or maybe it's the maps that aren't favoring Zipcaster, or all of that. Missiles are fine. Storm, it's okay. It does a decent job at what it does. I don't really think it needs change too much, but like I wouldn't mind having changes, or like some small tweaks. Like I wouldn't mind it. If it doesn't happen, no biggie. But yeah, Booyah's fine. Wave's fine. Vac, I'm shocked they left it as is, but you know people are playing Vacuum now, which is good. So it's something. They made some nice changes to Whale that I think will be good. Like Whale didn't need changes; it just got some quality of life stuff, which is nice. So, yeah, nice to see. It's more quality of life for Whale than anything else, if I'm correct. Jed is fine. Hammer could use some buffs, honestly, like slightly buffing it. I mean, they did buff it and then they nerfed it. It could use a bit of a buff. Blocking shots on the front would be nice. Crab is fine. I mean, we're gonna go a full year and 3 months with no crab weapons. Like, this is literally the only special in the game they haven't added a new weapon for. Slider needs some changes. It got buffed early on, thank goodness, but it still needs some work, you know? Tri-strikes are pretty powerful, so I feel like they need nerfed, personally. But I don't think the comp scene will agree with me here. Because they do what they do good now, but maybe they're too good. I feel like they're over buffed because they don't want to give it the actual nerf it needed, or the actual buff it needed, so they just over buffed the thing. But yeah. Tactical is good. It's in the meta, so the devs are happy, kind of thing. Yeah, Zap kind of needs to be 190. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm glad Zap is 190 now. Oh my god, everything else is 190. Except for Dapples, but those have like no range. So, sure. Now, I think every tactical weapon, but, oh actually that one. Why is the charger 200p? Yeesh. Alright. But anyways. It's in the meta, I guess. So that's good. It has some purpose. Chumps, I guess they're fine. Maybe they're not. I don't know. I guess they're fine. But they could use like a more health. So it's harder to shoot them down or something. You know? Kraken. Man, this special is complicated, where it's like it's not really seen in competitive play, but like it is kind of a menace in low level play. So interesting to see how they tweak this thing. Probably very minor, where it would do a major thing in competitive, but not so much in casual play. So interesting to see what they do with Kraken, but if they don't touch it, they don't touch it. It could be the weapons too, because like these things are kind of shit. This thing has to back up, and it doesn't work with the special because of that. This thing can't get in, and this is just a shit main weapon. So I think they're waiting to add a good Kraken weapon, like a shooter with Kraken. That'd be amazing. So yeah. Yeah, I think overall special balance is needs some tweaking, but I think we're getting there, you know. Yeah. Specials, like I really want to see what happens with Zipcaster. But I'm also not a Zipcaster player, so yeah. All right, that's the patch. Man, today's been a hell of a day. I'm gonna go lay in bed and rest up because, yeah, these past couple days have been rough. All right, see ya.